With Christmas just around the corner, you're probably thinking, how am I going to stay keto during the holidays? I mean, you smell the hot chocolate and the freshly baked Christmas cookies, and let alone dinner. Christmas dinner, if you're not hosting it, what are you going to eat? Are you going to stay keto? Aren't you going to stay keto? Well, in this video, we're going to do just that. I'm going to give you my top hacks in order for you to stay keto through the holidays. I've heard a lot of people that say, I'm just going to try one Christmas cookie. I mean, there's a whole batch, and tomorrow I'm not going to try anymore. You see, Christmas cookies are not just one day or one meal, but they're a whole season, usually lasting all throughout the month of December. And if you're going to try a Christmas cookie here and a Christmas cookie there, then you can just throw your keto diet out of the Christmas window. So my first tip is, before you even make any Christmas cookie that is not keto, make 3 types of different keto Christmas cookies to have on the spread for you. One of my favorites is the keto gingerbread cookie. Another one you can make is the chocolate decadent keto cookie. And then you can make a white buttery snowball keto Christmas cookie as well. Now you're probably wondering, why should I have 3 different Christmas cookies? Well, I'm going to tell you. And this happened to me, because if you're smelling the gingerbread cookies, then you're going to be like, okay, I have my chocolate keto cookies, but this is just a taste of gingerbread. So you're going to try the gingerbread. Instead, if you have a gingerbread keto cookie, you're going to have that instead. When it comes to chocolate, there's no matching it with anything else. So if you have keto gingerbread cookies, but you're making chocolate chip cookies, then you're probably going to try those. But you're going to have your keto chocolate chip cookies. And then our neutral buttery one, that is going to fulfill anything you make that has a sugar cookie recipe. But who am I anyway? Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Talita from Shrinking with Keto. And throughout my ketogenic journey, I have now lost over 200 pounds and reversed my type 2 diabetes. Now, throughout this journey, I have coached plenty of people reach their goal, and I hope to do the same for you. Moving on to the main day. Christmas dinner or lunch, whatever the big feast for your family is, that seems to pose the biggest challenge for first-time ketoers. So my next tip is for you to bring a keto dish to the table you're going to. Now here is the hack, because you're going to think, okay, I thought of bringing my keto food with me, but they're going to have all this great food and I'm going to sit and eat avocados. No. I'm not saying bring just any dish. You can make a casserole or a side dish that's very yummy and everybody else can eat as well. But usually what I do suggest you bring at a Christmas table that is not keto is a side dish and a dessert, not a main course. You will always be able to find something on a Christmas table that you can have that is keto approved. And if it's just a little off, it's still okay. For example, whatever meat spread they have, or if they have cold cuts and cheese, you can have the salad, you can have the cheese, you can have the cold cuts, you can have the vegetables, you can have the meat, and if it's glazed, just leave the outside that is glazed and eat the interior. You can have the turkey, you can have the ham. So the main course is not going to be a problem. The problem is the side dishes. It's the rice, it's the sweet potatoes, the mashed potatoes. So if you bring one side dish, which could be something as simple as Brussels sprouts wrapped in bacon and nice and crispy, or it could be deviled eggs, or it could be anything that is keto approved, and there's plenty of recipes to choose from, then you're going to have a side dish at that table. And then dessert. There is no way that you're going to find a keto approved dessert at a Christmas table that is not keto-fied. So I suggest you bring a dessert, but not for you. Bring a whole dessert, like a pecan pie, a keto-approved pecan pie, or a cheesecake, or a pumpkin pie. There's plenty of recipes that, trust me, once they try it, they won't even know it's keto. Which brings me to my next tip: plan ahead. Now, keto is a lifestyle. It's not just for one time, and it's not just to shut off some pounds, even though a lot of people use it as a tool. But if you're a lifetime ketoer, it's okay if you choose not to be keto on Christmas Day. So plan ahead. Make sure that you choose, if you're not going to stay keto, what day and what meal specifically you won't be keto. Because if you just go ahead and say, all right, I'm not going to be keto on Christmas. Wait, Christmas Eve with all the cocktails and finger food, Christmas Day when you're going to have brunch and maybe high carb lunches, Christmas dinner, which is going to be, everything we mentioned before, The day after Christmas, because I mean, you have all those leftovers. Do you see how this is rolling into a week-long carb-infused time period? So if you do choose to indulge in everything that is not keto-fied for one specific meal, plan ahead. So let's move on to the next tip. If you do choose to freely eat outside of your ketogenic lifestyle for Christmas dinner, my first tip is to fast. Fast all the way from the day before leading up to your Christmas dinner. Therefore, even though you will overeat on your calories, and even though you will eat foods that are not keto-fied and you're definitely going to have refined carbohydrates, there's going to be less damage because you will have avoided all the rest of the calories the 24 hours before. If instead, because the day before is Christmas Eve, you don't feel like fasting, and that morning of you don't feel like fasting, you can try the second hack. You can have your Christmas dinner on the 25th, and then right after you finish your Christmas dinner, fast for a 24-hour fast. This is going to give your body a chance to burn through the glucose that it just ate. My next hack, if you want to freely have dinner on Christmas Day, is to eat 3 boiled eggs half an hour before you actually sit at the table. Hard-boiled eggs are extremely satiating, and they are going to reduce your hunger by a lot. Meaning, no matter how many things you want to actually try on the Christmas table, and no matter how much you stack up your dish, chances are you won't be able to eat everything because you are already going to be semi-stuffed by the 3 boiled eggs. Before we move on to the next tip, let me interrupt you for a second. If this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face, let's make sure it's not the last. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon so that YouTube can let you know every single time I make a new video for you. And please feel free to ask me anything you want down in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer every single one of your questions. If you do decide to have a free lunch or dinner on Christmas Day and you don't want to fast before and you don't want to fast afterwards, because sometimes you're just going to have a meal that is not keto. And if this is a lifestyle for you, out of 365 days, if 2 or 3 days you're not having a keto meal, it's okay. Just enjoy it, because if you do stress about it, guess what? You're going to raise cortisol levels, and then that is definitely going to affect weight gain. So relax and enjoy it. This next tip is for my ketoers who, as we mentioned before, might bring a side dish, might bring a dessert because they still want to be keto during Christmas dinner. We also need to think about the alcohol. Most alcoholic drinks at a keto table are usually spiked with sugar. I mean, you have warm red wine that usually has sugar, or you have eggnog that usually has sugar, or you have some sort of liquor that usually has sugar. In that case, if you don't want to feel left out, you can either bring your own keto-approved wine or keto-approved alcohol, or even make your own eggnog. Now, for more tips on what alcohol you can have on a ketogenic diet, you can go ahead and check my video above. And finally, my last tip, if you want to stay keto through the holidays and you really are having a hard time, then guess what? Go ahead and host the Christmas dinner by yourself and make all keto-approved dishes that, trust me, they won't even understand that they are keto. And if you decide to do that, you can go ahead and check my video above that has a complete keto-fied Christmas dinner that is yummy and no one can tell the difference. If you have gotten any value out of this video, I will kindly ask you to press the thumbs up button, as this helps YouTube take this content and push it out to more people that need it, just like you. So there you have it, my tips for you to stay keto all throughout the holidays. And as always, chin up, or you know by now, the crown slips.